Hi guys, my name is Jami Jo and I own a fragrance company called Jami Jo Sells Wax. I have been partnered with Scentsy Fragrance since all the way back in 2008. I fell in love with Scentsy Fragrance. I decided to jump on board with their opportunity and I've been working with them ever since that time. Now, today we're going to be talking about the best tropical Scentsy fragrances this season. And I will tell you, it was really hard to narrow it down because since it is the spring and summer catalog, we have tons of different fragrances that could be considered tropical in nature, from fruity to citrus to fresh and ocean scents. So I had a really hard time narrowing it down, but I did just that. Now, let me tell you that I absolutely love Scentsy fragrance. I have been using wax melts for a really long time, and let me tell you that Scentsy wax melts are the best wax melts out on the market. Let's go ahead, jump right in and talk about these super yummy fragrances. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that if you're not familiar with Scentsy fragrance, or if you haven't smelled Scentsy fragrance in a while, make sure that you text the word samples to 918-888-9690. I would love to pop a little package in the mail to you that has some sniff samples in there so you can smell the amazing fragrances that we have. Now, we always have 80 to 100 different fragrances available, so obviously I'm not going to be able to send you samples of all of those, but I will send you a wide variety of samples so you can figure out a couple fragrances that you enjoy, and then I can work with you from that point on to pair you up with some other suggestions that you might like as well. Like I said, today we're talking about the best tropical Scentsy fragrances, and the first one I'm going to start with makes a lot of sense. Tropic Nectar. Now, you will notice anytime I'm doing a sniff test on different fragrances, I'm always going to pop that bar out and smell the bottom of the bar. First of all, this is super yummy. Makes me think of a beach vacation, a yummy drink in my hand. There is definitely a lot of citrus in here, maybe some pineapple. I'll read the exact description in just a second, but I wanted to share with you my first experiences of it first. It's not as strong as a lot of our other citrus fragrances. It's a little more tamed down, but still definitely noticeable. So let's see what's in this. Tropic Nectar. It is tropical fruit nectar. Gets even sweeter with coconut milk and golden agave. So I'm assuming that the mixture of that coconut milk in there is what's kind of taming down the fragrance a little bit. But I squirreled off. Bright, shiny object is something that I suffer from. So sometimes I get to talking about something and go completely off on another subject. I was telling you why I always do the wax upside down. There's a reason for that. Bring it back, Jamie, bring it back. We use paraffin wax. Now, different wax melts companies use all different kinds of wax. We use paraffin wax, and there are three main reasons that we use paraffin wax. The first is because of the scent loading ability of paraffin wax. Paraffin wax allows us to add the most fragranced oil to our wax products. So much so that sometimes the oil will tend to separate from the wax because we've put so much fragrance oil in there. We store our fragrance bars like this, and the oil is heavier than the wax, so sometimes it seeps down to the bottom. That's why I like to flip my bars over and smell them that way. The other two reasons that we choose to use paraffin wax is because of the melting point. The melting point of paraffin wax is lower, which means that we can warm our wax at a lower temperature, which means it's never going to scorch. You're never going to smell that burned wax smell. Also, it's not going to burn. If you're using a Scentsy warmer and Scentsy wax, and a little one puts their hand in it or a pet knocks it over, it's not going to harm them because it does not warm at a burning temperature. It just warms it at a melting temperature. So low and slow means no harm, but it also means that the fragrance is going to be stronger and last longer. The third reason is for pardon me, the firmness of the wax. We want the wax to be pliable and usable and not like chunk down hard in that dish when it fully hardens up. So that is the reason we choose paraffin wax. Scent loading ability, the melting point, and the firmness of the wax. Let's jump right back into these tropical wax scents. Watermelon, tangerine, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. It almost smells like watermelon bubblegum with a little bit of tartness on top of it. So sweet watermelon slices spiked with juicy tangerine and dewy greens. It's watermelon gum, but it's not like the sweetness of watermelon gum, if that makes sense. I love the smell of watermelon gum, but sometimes it can be a little too much. Aloha citrus. Take me to Hawaii, I guess. Aloha citrus. Wow, this is definitely a strong citrus. Fresh tide of tangerine, jade blossom, and vetiver. That's what it is. I was trying to put my finger on it because it is citrusy, but I knew that I was smelling a little something different, and it is that jade blossom. It's a little more florally than I expected. I mean, it's called Aloha citrus, so I fully expected it to be straight up citrus in my face, but there's definitely that floral on top of it. I don't know that that's one of my favorites, but that's why we have so many fragrances. Like I told you, at any one time, we can have 80 to 100 different fragrances. And just as soon as I say I don't love one, it'll be someone else's favorite fragrance. So don't, you know, to each their own. Hibiscus pineapple. I know I like this one because I've actually warmed this one myself. This is a very light fragrance, very unassuming, just very mild. Hibiscus, pineapple, and a touch of sweet mandarin tell an enchanting tropical tale. This is a fragrance that I use in the main areas of my home during the summertime because it's noticeable, but it's not in your face. If you have a lot of strong fragrances all the time, sometimes it's just a little too much for people. So in the main areas of my house, I tend to, well, I don't know that I would say I tend to choose less assuming fragrances because sometimes I put in your face ones, but that's one that I love in the summertime. This fragrance, funny how all of them that I've chosen are like this pink or orange, except for this one. Palm trees and ocean breeze. I know I love this one. So this was a limited time offer last year, and we loved it so much that we begged and begged and begged, and they brought it back for us. Bright palm leaf and fresh coconut water sway to the rhythm of an ocean breeze. It's fresh, it's clean. If you like fragrances like by the sea or ocean, this is going to be a fragrance for you. Palm trees and ocean breeze. It's so good. I'm gonna grab that bar that fell down to the floor. Ooh, pardon me. Palm tree and ocean breeze. One more, Aloha orchid. Guys, this is our brand new scent of the month for April. It is so yummy. I just got it in the other day, and actually it is the reason that I wanted to do this video, the top selling, or not top selling, my favorite tropical fragrances. It just smells like a little bit of tropical yumminess. A trip to the islands beckons as coconut cream and pineapple water mingle alongside plumeria petals and purple orchid. It is the perfect blend of fruity and floral. It's both, but it's neither, if that's even possible. I love this fragrance. It smells like summer. Summer. That if summer was a bar of wax, that's what it would smell like. Now, guys, I chose 6 to feature here today, and I will always choose 6 when I do a feature. The reason for that is buying 6 Scentsy wax bars is the best way if you're gonna do a one-time order. That is the best way because every time that you buy 5 bars, you get your 6th bar for free. So anytime you're choosing Scentsy wax, you want to do one of 2 things. You either wanna choose a 6-pack or you want to be starting Scentsy Club. Scentsy Club is our customer loyalty program, and anytime that your Scentsy Club hits $30, you automatically get 10% off everything and discounted shipping. When your club order hits $60, you get the 10%, you get the free ship, or not free shipping, discounted shipping, and you get a half price item. So it is the way to do your Scentsy orders if you are using any Scentsy consumable, but especially the wax melts on a regular basis. Guys, I have made a few recommendations for you. Maybe these are your jam, maybe they're not. That's perfectly fine. If tropical fragrances are not your thing, make sure you check out my other videos, because I've done several videos on different types of Scentsy smells and different types of scent families. I am confident that there is a fragrance out there for you. With 80 to 100 fragrances all the time, we will definitely find one that you love. So you can place your order two different ways. You can jump over to JamiJoSellsWax.com. You can place an order there or start your Scentsy Club there. Or if you have any questions at all, just shoot me a text at 918-888-9690. My name is Jami Jo. I'm here to make your nose happy and help you pick the perfect fragrances for your home. So give me a shout. I'm happy to help.